It is finally time for playoff football here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're going to be hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had a great season despite only winning 10 games. If you see their total rankings here, the third highest in points per game. We are number one, thankfully. But they also have a top 10 defense. We were not quite there this year, number 18. Although the points per game is very close defensively, only 2 points, even though we have about a touchdown lead on them offensively. Should be a very, very good game. We'll have to see how this Buccaneers team looks in action. Vita Vea is their highest rated player on the entire team, I believe. Ooh, they didn't show me the offensive tackle. Tristan Wirfs is number one. Vita Vea is number two, tied with Rod God, Chris Godwin, Lions franchise legend. This is a talented team. You know, in real life, they're at a bit of a crossroads. Not in Madden 23. They are still very, very good. The one question kind of surrounds their quarterback. I think we're going to see Dorian Brooks. He is a one-year starter out of BYU, only a 71 overall. However, he's playing up to a 75 with short accuracy into the 90s. Still not the best. If there's any way we can beat the Bucs here, it's going to be by targeting and rallying around our defense and taking out their young quarterback. Injuries were such a problem for us this year as well, that as you can see, there are 0 players on the injured list for us here. The Buccaneers will be without Jamel Dean, who is a very talented corner for them, and Garrett Wallow, who... Was he Mr. Irrelevant? No, I don't think so. He was a 5th round pick, number 170. You know what I was thinking of? Grant Stewart from Houston. Also a linebacker, of course, but he is currently on the Colts. Only lasted with the Bucs for a season in 2021. But we will move on. Bucs, Giants, got to stay healthy, so we're going to focus on keeping those guys healthy. They're showing Teddy Bridgewater. I would be surprised if he were starting for them. And we're going to split everything here. Currently, they had the linebackers being split. We're going to go half pads, of course. And I think defending the short pass is going to be the way to beat them. That quarterback who we saw... Not very good, medium and long down the field, but in the short game, can be pretty effective. And I think I'm actually going to get the backups going. We are a little bit tired here at a number of different positions, so I'm not really worried too much about the... actually, no, I'm going to go split because I've changed the depth chart. The team is healthy. I know we had some fatigue penalties, so I just wanted to kind of erase those so everyone's at full go here for the playoffs. You know, we spent an entire season to get up to this point. 17 games. I know you guys only saw, I believe, 15 of them due to some, I would like to call them technological mistakes, but they were really just my mistakes with technology, not technology screwing me over. But it's going to be awesome to see Jalen Waddle actually back in the offense. I know he played a little bit last week, but it was the Nick Duval show. He was unbelievable this past season. He should, in my opinion, be in consideration for Offensive Player of the Year. Or, I mean, like, obviously, I guess. I honestly forgot how ridiculous this season was. Just shy of 2,000 receiving yards on the season, 24 touchdowns, which should have been 25. And he's a tight end. I mean, just ridiculous. Jeffrey Simmons is healthy. Azeez Ojulari, Darnay Holmes. I mean, we've dealt with so many injuries this season, but to see everyone be at full go is amazing. And here we go. Primetime football as Coach Dangus hobbles out onto the field looking as athletic as ever. And yeah, I think that's going to be their quarterback. Doesn't look like Teddy Bridgewater from first glance. So I'm going to say Dorian Brooks will be the starter. And there is our big-time starter, Cody Bailey. Much hate went his way throughout the course of his entire NFL career for us so far. But I think after a great season this year, and we got him some awesome weapons, don't get me wrong, but after a great season this year, I feel like he is finally proving his doubters and detractors wrong and playing at a high level. And it's part of why we got the first round bye and are playing in the divisional here against the Buccaneers. You know, first round bye, not very common for the Giants all time. Not very common at all. And this, is it the first one in this series? You know, it might be. It might be. I can't remember exactly, but doesn't matter. Uncharted territory or not, for the first time if we were to be in the divisional. We played in the divisional before and done quite well historically. So let's just go ahead and continue that trend. Greg Sheldon back to return, and we are underway. Playoff football returns to New Jersey. I know we were there a year ago, but we are back. It's been a minute, and Cody Bailey, show us what you got. Let's go number 2. Well, okay, I can go number 2 at halftime or something, but let's go Cody Bailey. Ooh, Nick Duval actually lined up in the slot. Now, he's not my slot receiver, but he is in that position. I made a mistake, or is that just the play design here? We're going to go ahead and try to pass it to him, and that floated over Shaq Barrett. You put an edge rusher out there in coverage, bad things are going to happen, and for number 88, he's been doing this all year. Big catch to start things. We were going to run. We saw a matchup we liked, and we exploited that matchup. Jalen Waddle now in the slot. Nick Duval playing a more traditional inline role as he'll look to chip Shaq Barrett off the edge. Barkley takes, gets 8 or 9. It'll be 2nd and 2. And we've assembled a track team here on offense, especially with the addition of Jalen Waddle, and haven't really got to see him very much this year. Trying to utilize that speed, but Shaq Barrett saw it all the way, and will be forced to try and go for it here on 3rd and 2. Is this 4-down territory? I sure think it could be. I'm not going to say that it is. We're going to see what this play has in store for us. Up the middle, Barkley finds the hole, cutting it back, and gets the 1st down. Don't have to worry about 4-down territory. We convert within 3. It's going to be 1st and 10 from Tampa territory here on the 46. Ooh, operating at an empty. We try a little tight end screen. We're going to, and that was the wrong decision. That's worked sometimes for me, but rarely, I will admit. 2nd and 11. Let's get it to Kadarius Toney. That's a mismatch. Look at that slow linebacker. Cody Barton. What are you doing trying to cover Kadarius Toney there? I think it's zone coverage, so obviously that was just going to happen. That was going to be the look. But we take advantage of that look, capitalize with another 1st down. And here we are from the 34, and we are under pressure. Bailey nearly sacked. It'll be 2nd and long. We got some yards back, but it's going to be 3rd and 6. Got to look to capitalize here. Duval, box him out, and that's exactly what he does. We found him too late, working left to right, but Nick Duval open enough and obviously big enough. Plenty of space. Came down with the football. Pretty great first drive for us. Really setting the tone here. Barkley is shut down by Logan Hall, former top 50 pick by the Buccaneers. It'll be interesting to see if he gets it going in real life. But we need him to not get it going here today. High point. Duval doing what he did all season. Duval. Big touchdown to start here in MetLife. Number 88 is great. Big touchdown, one-on-one. Give him a chance, and Nick Duval is going to convert. Absolutely massive play to start this game. And what a drive. We ate up some clock, ended with points. Really cannot ask much more of an offense in this spot. That is a fantastic pace-setting drive. Todd Bowles can't believe it. Here we are on defense. Ooh, he's rattled. Brooks already having trouble finding his receivers on just the first play of the game. 2nd and 10 for Tampa Bay. Let's show blitz here. Get Brooks thinking about it. Flat wide open, but Darnay Holmes finds him. I'm going to say something else. Had to dial it back a little bit. Darnay Holmes. Big play, Darnay. Into the backfield. And look at the rookie or young quarterback. I say rookie, you know, he's only 23. Holds the ball for too long. Can't find his open receivers. Can't work through the read. Doesn't know where the check down is. And it's 3rd and forever for Tampa Bay. We are sending heat. They're going to need to leave Fournette in to block. It's actually going to be a screen and a good time for one, but we are all over it. John Boss can't make the tackle, though. Dontrell Cobb can't make the tackle, but help from Glenn Gore rocks Fournette out of bounds. It's going to be a punt. They fought for those 5 receiving yards to their credit, but it is a punt. Giants football once again. Here's Johnny Hecker, and we have 4.5 minutes here to really show them what we're capable of before the end of the first quarter. Then we'll switch sides and try to do it again. Greg Sheldon, big return, a lot of space, playoff hero from a year ago. It's Greg Sheldon housing a punt. That's how you make a statement. Greg Sheldon, you know what? He didn't do a whole ton during the regular season. Had a couple of moments, sure, that's the life of a kick and punt returner. But here we go. First return of the playoffs for him. Here on punt return, and just takes it all the way back. He had 2 kickoff returns in the Super Bowl. Without Greg Sheldon, we do not win a Super Bowl last year, and he's ready and raring to go here in the playoffs of 2020, whatever it is, 2025, I think. 2024? 2025. 2026? I don't know what year it is. Give me a break. It's 2025, by the way. I have confirmed. It is 2025. And because we have so much momentum, we know exactly what this is going to be. It will be a pass. Oh, I also actually thought that might have been an RPO for a second, as that's going to be a deep shot. Jackson in coverage. Mike Evans can't get it. Actually, we might go man coverage here. We know it's a wheel out of the backfield. We can cover that. And it's a quick throw and completion. John Boss there to make the tackle. Going to be 3rd and 4 for Tampa. They are still going to be throwing it. And we know that, which is ridiculous. And we're covering it all the way. Brooks with time, though. Will just try and lob it over the middle late. Sent up a prayer. Prayers not answered. And Greg Sheldon will have another try. What do you say, Greg? What can you do for us? Looking for space, finding a little bit, kind of stumbled out the gates there. We got blocks. That's all we need, really. I know it's like, not a super impressive play, just 5 yards. But 5 yards every time, you'll never lose a game. Never lose it if you get 5 yards every time. So keep it up. Let's go, Duval. Saquon with a broken tackle. See, I've talked about this a lot this year, and probably in other Madden games as well. But it's the fact that the blockers in front of you act like they know what you're doing behind them. In real life, you block somebody. You go find it. But in game, you'll see Duval here just hesitates when I try to make a cut. He turns back around for a second like he's going to try and block 26. Like, what are we doing? Just go hit the safety. I know number 91 comes in to make the play anyway, but this stop right here is just so bizarre. I don't know. Bothers me. Run game's been going. We know they don't fall for play action. We're going to go for it anyway. They're actually blitzing. Bailey going to have to throw off his back foot. Hits Duval in the hands, and he drops it. Maybe the best receiver on our team, certainly after this past season, drops the ball literally perfectly dropped in his hands. You could not have thrown a better pass, especially given the circumstances. And Duval just sells us. Big block, though, from Duval. It might set up a touchdown. Barkley to the outside. Barkley to the end zone. Derek Barnett injured on the play, but Duval, I think, more than made up for his drop there with a big block that set up the touchdown. Without Nick Duval here, the touchdown does not happen. Just running inside zone. Great block, too, from James Daniels, holding that for just enough time. But look at number 88. Look at Duval taking the safety one-on-one, blowing him back. And I think that's actually Kirk Lasley, if I recall. We played the Bucs before. He was somebody I was targeting in the draft. I believe out of Iowa State, if I'm not mistaken. Kirk Lasley blown away by Nick Duval. And, yeah, the drop was huge. No question. Drop was huge. But we get it right back. Touchdown. It's 21-0. Bucs didn't come to play. There's a flag. Is this a hold? Would love a hold in this spot. That Gronk might as well be with big number 87, Garay. But it's coming back. Big hold from Tampa Bay, and it's Tristan Wirfs. Nothing going right from Tampa right now. Not even their best player is capable of playing perfect football, as they might be running the same play. I don't know. Same route from Chris Godwin. He's going to get it quickly, and he's going to be wrapped up quickly. This is tight end angle. I've seen this a billion times because I've called it a billion times. How do we allow that? Or wide trail? That's whatever. Gosh, I mean, good throw. Good throw. It needed to be a perfect throw, and they got one. First down, Tampa Bay. We were showing blitz. I'm off it now. Throwing outside incomplete. We're all over that. Brooks is going to have to make a perfect throw here. He's got all types of time and space, and eventually it runs out. Ojulari celebrates while Uzama takes a knee. Another sack for our defense. And that is the end of the first quarter. I said I wanted to make a statement to start this game. I wanted to play really great to start the first quarter, and we did that. It's 21-0. We're usually a second quarter team, which is bizarre, but I have no complaints about it really when it works out. But here we are, 21-0. We played a fantastic first half, and it's, you know, only the start of the second quarter. They're going deep. Farley, big swat, incompletion, and we're going to get the football back again. Bucks really struggling. Zach Beck, huge game with Barkley pretty much riding the bench in the last one. And here he goes. You know, we've compared him to Mike Allstott before. Playing the Tampa Bay Bucks. We'll see what he can do against them today. Not a bad first touch for him. As our offensive line is content with blocking today. It's a nice change. Barkley, 7 for 95 and a touchdown already. What a start. Oh, Barkley, more broken tackles. Now you got to show off the speed. Winfield not fast enough. Barkley, end zone again. Touchdown. Saquon. I mean, it's a murder. It is a murder. Giants will go up 28-0. Saquon here, broken tackle, and he's gone. Takes a cut, back up, broken tackle, and then juke to the outside, and it's pure speed from that point onward. I mean, what do you say? If this is not a Super Bowl team, I don't know what is. This is a masterful performance from this Giants team. And they're in pass-only mode right now. What are they supposed to do? We're just going to keep blitzing. We're going to keep putting pressure on them and force them to make plays. There's a little check down, and Fournette going to break his tackle and end up losing a ton of yards. You know, we had good coverage there. Glenn Gore couldn't quite wrap him up. But the Dontrell Cobb is there to make sure that he wasn't going anywhere. And we're not really blitzing enough here. So I don't know how we're going to get pressure. One-on-one, that's how you do it. I don't know how many guys we had back in coverage, but they found the one-on-one, and Mike Evans gets the big catch and the big conversion here for Tampa. We know they're still passing, though. I'm going to pass commit every play. Not taking the foot off the gas pedal. You can go play action all you want. It's not going to matter. Check down. Broken. One-on-one again. Good breakup, boss. Can't catch it off the deflection. Man, if we had guys that could catch, this would be a different game. It'd be, we'd have the ball. That's pretty much all I got for you on that one. Because the Nick Duval drop, well, ended up being a touchdown anyway. That would have been a pick, but we're going to get the football back on a punt. Listen, if you were looking for a competitive game to start these playoffs, I apologize. For nothing. And I apologize for nothing for good reason. This is the playoffs. You know, go big or go home, and they are going to be headed home. And I'll say it early. They didn't come to play. Saquon averaging over 15 yards per carry. Am I reading that right? 10 for 152? I don't think we've ever seen a performance like this. I mean, I guess Zach Beck a week ago was great, but I mean, Saquon dominating right now. I don't even think we've given Jalen Waddle the football, actually. I want to recount that, and that's going to be an interception. I tried to lob it. Zach Cunningham right there. They don't drop the ball. There is a flag. I'm hoping this one's coming back. It's going to be a personal foul. Roughing the passer. No pick. Don't worry about it. Vita Vea, I appreciate you, buddy. We have bailed out. Sure, I get that. I tried to just lob it over the head of the linebacker, but it was a bullet pass right to him. So, a little bit frustrating there. However, Vita Vea, whoopsie, right into the quarterback. We keep possession. You know, when it's going good for you, it's going good. So, not going to complain. We're just going to take what we can get right now and keep on pushing. There's a flag, though. This one might be coming back. Yep. You know what? They deserve that one. We're fine with that. And Barkley drops it. Okay. Why are we dropping the ball? Why are we not hanging on to it? This is crazy. Crazy that this is a touchdown, though. Cover Jalen Waddle if you can. We're actually going to go to Nick Duval. Down the field! Duval, nearly unbelievable. Oh, it was in his hands. He just took a hit he couldn't survive. I think that's the right move. I mean, really would have loved for this to be a touchdown here. He had to jump for it, though. And that's just a big hit from Lasley. That's a good try. It just, unfortunately, didn't end up working out. It will be 3rd and very long. We'll see what we can do here. We're going to go ahead and change some of these things. Larry Smith hasn't been very involved either. I think we just go for Duval. I mean, why not? Probably should have thrown it to him a bit earlier. But when you can trust your best player, just trust him. And we did. First down. And that's a really tough down and distance. But we were able to do it. And it seems like we can pretty much do no wrong today. We got blocks. Kadarius Toney. Barkley looking for number 3. And it's a 3-peat. Saquon finds the end zone again. He might not even play the second half. It's 35-zip. Unbelievable. The blocking downfield has been excellent. Been the key to us winning the game so far, for sure. It's 35-0. This isn't all Madden. Unfortunately, it is. And the sliders are rigged against us. We can't change them, and we rise to the occasion anyway. Persevere and dominate. Okay, they're actually going to run the ball here. Oh, no, they're going to run the ball very successfully. Why is Gore not running? For a net touchdown. I mean, I did pass commit because I thought they would pass commit, so their blocking was exceptional. And then we just had, a number of missed tackles, diving all over the field. Glenn Gore running at 30% is just a game glitch, I guess. Because that's insane. But Tampa's on the board. Congrats, you get a huge run. That one play might have been bigger than all of the rest of their plays combined, yardage-wise. So, congrats. 75-yard touchdown. Yeah, we screwed up, but we can afford to screw up. We're up 35-7 now, whatever. I know we've collapsed in the second half before. That's kind of a staple of the franchise. I get it. Of my franchise series. Not today. Not in the playoffs. Okay. That's not very good. Logan Hall, I think, hit Saquon first. He was at 190 yards and 3 touchdowns here in the first half. No catches for him, though, as you saw that big drop earlier. But he has nearly 200 first half total yards as Bailey's going to get sacked. I don't know how we can't outrun Vita Vea there in that situation. But it's going to be 3rd and 17. I'm out. It's the 2-minute warning. But also they have only 2 timeouts now. I'm confused. Whatever. We're going to go for Larry. Ball popped up. It was really down to reading what that DB was going to do. Whether to hit Jalen Waddle or Larry Smith here. It should have been Waddle. But I made that decision as I thought, you can see when I go to throw this ball. Thought Larry Smith was going to be wide open. And I thought, 28 was in a deep third. It was just going to play Jalen Waddle. And we'd have this wide open space for the first down. Unfortunately, that was not the coverage. And nice play by the Tampa Bay defense. And no, he was in a deep third. He's got great zone eyes. What are you going to do? We'll punt for the first time today. Still plenty of time left for Tampa, but as I said, this one's over. Well, that's open. Is Fournette just going to end our season somehow? I'm about sick of this guy. Sack him! John Bost, the boss, brings down Dorian Brooks. More pressure. More results. And another sack for Darnay Holmes. He's only credited with half. I think Jeffrey Simmons might have stolen the other. We're going to call a timeout. We're going to run the ball. Cobb with a great block. Shea can't make the tackle. We'll call another timeout. 56 seconds and 1 timeout. If you think Wyatt Anthony can't get into field goal range, you've never seen the series before. My kicker can drill from 100 yards. I'm confident we can call a fair catch and kick the ball through the uprights. However, we're still going to try and run the offense. And Greg Sheldon's fumbled the ball. Recovered by Xavier McKinney. And Tampa Bay injured, so it's a net positive for us on the play. Just get it to him. Larry dropped it. Why are we dropping the ball? I'm going to scream with this team right now. And that's a ton of yards. There was so much room to run after the catch. And we just don't do it. I mean, it's disgraceful. Larry Smith open down the sideline. Makes the catch. Larry! Slowed down. We couldn't run through it. Could have been a touchdown. Still an awesome play. But we are now out of timeouts. Had to call it there if we want end zone shots, which we do. We need the blocking to hold up. Waddle overthrew him. It's going to be picked. Went for the high throw, admittedly, but it was way too high. Ah, man. Missed opportunity for sure. Waddle was wide open. A bullet pass would have been better probably, but gosh, I think by the time we were going to throw it to him, it was already going to be too late anyway. Tried to just get, him in a position to go one-on-one, just go up and get the football, but I was about 10 feet over his head. And a drive killer, obviously. Cobb. Message sent. That's how you end a first half, other than the interception. But you know what? He put Tampa on notice. You're going to run the football. It's going to be a bad day for you. I know they had a 75-yard play. That big hit to end the first half, you know what? Gave us a little bit of momentum. Big TFL for the Don. We'll go into the second half with a big lead. Up in this game, obviously. Could have been bigger. Could have had 3 points without question, but didn't end up happening for us. Just have to play well in the second half. Tampa gets the football. No mistakes. Ball came loose. Recovered by the Giants into Dory Jackson. I'm telling you, keep running the football. See what happens. Fournette took a shot, coughed up the football. And that's exactly what we needed to start the second half. Was it Akil Edmonds who ended up hitting him? I think it was Akil Edmonds. This guy doesn't play a ton for us. He's really more of a rotational and package player, sub-package player. But gosh, when he comes in the game, he's a spark plug. Makes big hits, finds the football, makes big plays. And that certainly was one. We got the football back, and we are back in cruise control. Another run for Saquon results in negative yards. We were at 190 with him. Since that point, we've gone down to 186. Here's 3rd and 11. Just a quick throw. I'm content just taking the field goal here. Should have probably done that to end the first half. Got a little bit too greedy. We would have had 6 total, but we'll settle for 3. We know Wyatt Anthony's going to drill it. It's going to be 38-7. It's good to just get points back on the board. Get points off the turnover as well. So defense, keep doing your thing. We've let one big play hurt us. Other than that, they've played perfectly. And even if they haven't, their quarterback has not played well enough for them to take advantage of it. So we're fine. I think they can run the ball on us, though. They're going to find out in a hurry that's not true. Oh. Thought that could have been picked. It's a screen. Oh, my goodness. What a play call. Fournette picks up the first. We're going to pass commit because we have to. We're in man coverage. We have no safety help. Running back's going to be kicked out wide now, so it's definitely a pass. And it's going to be first down. Akil Edmonds. I mean, his hits are different in this game. He really pops who's ever on the receiving end of those. It's not just, your typical hard tackle. He really electrifies whoever he touches. That can't be a broken tackle there. Oh, my goodness. To their credit, Tampa putting together a nice little drive here. I fear for them that it's too little too late. Like, keep dinking and dunking down the field. You're playing the long game here, but it's deep into the third quarter. I'm not really sure that, good long drives are going to get you back in this game. You need quick scores. And, Fournette finds the end zone again. He's accounted for all 14 of their points thus far. Whatever. I'm not fazed. I'm nonplussed. And they actually have Antoine Winfield Jr. in the game. How do we get him out of the game? 7 more yards. We can do that. Big blocks. How do we not block Winfield? That's the one guy. This is a touchdown. I thought we had numbers too. Saquon gets the counter. We have Chris Lindstrom and we have Jalen Waddle. All Waddle needs to do is work to Kirk Lasley. All Lindstrom needs to do is put hands on Winfield. Runs right by him. You know what happens in real life? Antoine Winfield gets buried into the ground. In the game, Lindstrom goes, we'll move on to somebody else. He seems like not an issue. This could be the last play of the third quarter, depending on what happens. It's 3rd and 8. They're blitzing. We're getting rid of it quickly. Hey, Duval, nice of you to catch that one. And it's a big play for the tight end. That's a nice way to end the 3rd quarter. He's had a nice game. I still can't get over the drop. I know he has 7 catches for over 100 yards. The drop's going to live rent-free in my head for a while, I guess. But a nice way to end the quarter. Still in the driver's seat, obviously. They have under 100 passing yards. More rushing yards. Wow. Both teams have more rushing yards than passing yards. That is a rarity in today's NFL. That is a big-time rarity. I'm actually curious on the last time that happened. If you guys can find out, let me know down in the comment section below. When is the last time that 2 teams in a playoff game had more rushing yards than passing yards? And maybe even the last time it happened in the game. You know, playoff game, you might have to go back pretty far, but maybe just the last time it happened in a game, period. As Barkley looking for touchdown number 4. Stop short. He's at 233 yards. As I mentioned, it's about time for Zach Beck to get in the game. But we might try and polish it off here with number 4. Give it to Saquon. No injuries. And he stopped. 2nd and goal. Quick slant. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown. Welcome to Big Blue. He was a big-time trade acquisition for us. And then was injured nearly immediately. We basically saw him play 2 games the entire season. And now he's back for the playoffs and gets a big, what I would call, game-sealing touchdown to make it 45-14. That's how you make an impression on the Big Blue Nation here. 3rd and 6. Game certainly on the line here for Tampa. You'd like to see them go for it on 4th down if they don't convert. And we're covering everybody, and it's a 3rd and 6 throwaway. Of course, going for it on 4th down. But I guess it's not too mind-boggling. But now game officially on the line for Tampa. They need 6 yards. They're not going to get it. Glenn Gore with a strategic deflection, we'll call it. And that should do it. Yeah, nice hands, dude. He's got like 85 catching, by the way. I swear it's like the highest catching I've ever seen for a DB. Or close to it. Maybe it's not 85, right? But his catching is a 75. And just completely can't catch the ball. Although we've seen that from a lot of our team. And you'll notice some backups starting to work their way into the game. Zach Beck, Kirk Cousins, Greg Sheldon on the field, Jalen Rhodes in that like tight end 1 spot. And that's because we know what time it is. Game over. Kirko into the game. Haven't seen a lot of Kirk Cousins this year. We haven't needed to. Look at Zach Beck. Nobody wants to tackle him. Oh, what? I'm not even speaking because I'm sure he's going to get tackled for basically no gain or for loss. Instead, he just turns the corner. Terrell Merritt can't keep up with him. Tryon Shoyinka ends up pushing him out of bounds. So, unfortunately, the clock stops. But Zach Beck, man, the power-speed combo is pretty fantastic with him. Not agile at all, but very fast, as is this guy. Greg Sheldon, touchdown number 2. 1 on offense, 1 on special teams. And, yeah, it's official now. It is official. Greg Sheldon, playoff hero, is back for 2025. Look at Cody Bailey with the hold. What a beast. What can't this guy do? All day for Dorian Brooks. Gonna go down the field. Adoree Jackson in coverage. He is CB4 on the depth chart right now. Although he's in the zone and on the outside. I guess he just won't leave the game. Victor Farr is on the field at CB1. And, yeah, I don't know. Ball comes loose. It's the Dontrell Cobb, the king of New York, popping it out. And I think, finally, moving us on to the next round. I've been saying that all game. But the king of New York, kiss the ring. Did you forget about it? Oh, Saquon back in the game? All right, Kirk Cousins. Can we get a Kirk Cousins touchdown? Is it Greg Sheldon over the top? Touchdown number 3 for Greg Sheldon. Unbelievable. If you told me Greg Sheldon would have had 3 touchdowns in the divisional, I would not have believed you. But the Bucs can do no right here on defense. Also, a Kirk Cousins playoff touchdown pass here in Giants franchise in 2025. And that's not a shot at Kirk Cousins. He's like a 60 overall in the game. I want everyone to know that. It's like a 60. If you told me he would have had a playoff touchdown today, I would have wondered what happened to Cody Bailey. How badly did we lose? Not today. 106 yards today after being the #1 passing offense this season. Tough day to be the Bucs, but who gives a buck? You guys like that line? Pretty nasty for me. All right, come on, Greg. You got another one in you? Oh my God, does he? Greg Sheldon! What a return. Todd Bowles is just frozen. He's got the 1,000-yard stare right past the camera. Seeing ghosts after this one. It's like prime Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, I just saw a stat. Kirk Cousins has 2 touchdowns? Oh, the Greg Sheldon end around. Right? Yeah, okay. All right. I do love to call it an end around. That's a kind of different thing. I think it was more of a jet sweep. But, whatever. We all know what I mean. 2-minute warning. Saquon going for the old jump kick. Classic technique. 3rd and 3. Beck stopped short, but that is the final snap of the ball game. Mercy finally being showed to the Tampa Bay Bucs here. 59-14 is your final. What a performance. And there it is. Kirk Cousins -1 rushing yards for good measure. What a game. What a game. You know, sometimes we come out and we play really, really well. A lot of times the games are really, really close. This was not one of them. As Kirk Cousins is getting the camera after the game. Bailey just going to high-five players. All right, there we go. Those are kind of the guys you want to look at. 288 rushing yards, and the Bucs do finish with more rushing yards than passing yards. We did a really great job on defense for the most part. I mean, anytime you limit an offense to 14 points, you're doing something right. But, yeah, we were pretty phenomenal today. Cody Bailey, 14 for 21 with 2 touchdowns and that dumb pick. It's my fault, but, like, it's stupid. 194 passing yards. Kirk Cousins, 2 passing touchdowns. Has as many touchdowns as Cody Bailey. Quarterback controversy? I don't know. Maybe. Rushing. What do you even say about this? Saquon, 26 for 239, 3 touchdowns. Sure, Leonard Fournette averaged 17.6 yards per carry. I argue small sample size. He fumbled. He sucks. Whatever. Zach Beck, 50 yards. Love that. And then receiving. I mean, no point looking at Tampa Bay. Waddle, 3 catches for 8 yards and a touchdown. Looking like the way he was utilized in Miami before Mike McDaniel got there. Nick Duval, 7 for 111 and a touchdown. He's just great. Greg Sheldon led the team in touchdowns with 2. Second most catches, even though one of them was kind of just like a little pitch. Tony, 1 for 14. Saquon with a drop. Larry Smith, a very casual 3 for 61. He had a drop in there as well. And then 3 tackles for loss for Dontrell Cobb, 2 for Darnay Holmes, including 1.5 sacks. Sack for Bost, Azeez Ojulari, and then half a sack for Simmons and Victor Farr. No interceptions, although we should have had some. They're going to be called pass deflections. Yeah, all right. And then forced fumbles for Edmonds and Dontrell Cobb. And then recoveries by Jackson, Simmons, and McKinney. Math doesn't quite math on that one. 2 forced fumbles, 3 recoveries. What am I missing? How do we recover 3 fumbles and only force 2? I don't remember. But that is the ball game. We're moving on to the conference championship. And we'll be facing the Carolina Panthers and still Christian McCaffrey in the conference championship. They also have the number 3 offense in points per game. I thought that was the Bucs. And they have the number 9 defense in points per game. I also thought that was the Bucs. Boy, am I confused. Either way, they may be tied. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll see you in the next one. Go Giants. Take it easy.